dismissed through a constitutional coup, and he was in prison. And when he was given the choice that you should leave the country, and if you leave the country, nothing will happen to you.
He was accused of corruption?
Oh, everything. No. Kidnapping, 22 murders, corruption, I mean, you name it. And he was accused of it. I mean, it was bizarre how they went and picked up bankers and civil servants and friends of his, hung them upside down, tortured them, broke their shoulders. They used to go to court and say, we're being tortured. The courts would do nothing about it. And before it all happened, he was told, leave her. You could get separated. You just go to London. And if you do that, nothing will happen to you. And I begged him to go. I said, you know, I've seen it. I'd never thought they'd do it to my father, but they did it. And they'll do it to you. So please go. I begged him to leave, but he wouldn't leave. And he preferred to face prison. And those were very, very difficult days when my son was 2 and my daughter was not yet 1. I used to fear they'd be kidnapped. Finally, I sent them to London to live with my sister. But I couldn't live without them. I somehow felt that how can I deprive a 2-year-old child and a 1-year-old child from a mother and a father? So I brought them back, and my sister told me when I brought them back that they hadn't stopped crying every single night. And then I couldn't let them out of the house. So there I was with a husband in jail with 2 minor children, and we didn't know whether they were going to sentence him to death or not.
And you went to prison to visit him?
I used to visit him in prison, and then I remember that in May 1992, he was allowed to come for the budget session for the first time in 2 years. We had fought through the lower courts and the high courts, and we had got him permission to attend after 2 years the National Assembly. And then we never knew whether they would ever bring him again, and whether he would be sentenced or how long the regime would go.